Okay, what we're going to do today is we're going to use iNZight to analyse some data that we're going to get from census at school. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get our data. So we're going to be interested in Year 11 heights. So we click on Explore the Data, get a random sample, click I agree, and then our subpopulation is year groups. And we just want Year 11, so we untick all the other boxes. And I'm going to say that we get a sample size of about 70, because that should ensure that we've got at least 30 boys and 30 girls. Get our sample, and then down the bottom there we can download our sample. Our sample then appears like that. Now we're interested in the heights, so what I want us to do is I want us to collect the gender column and the height column. So if we click there, hold our control button down and click height as well. Copy that, and what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to create a new spreadsheet. Create a new spreadsheet and paste that in there. So we've now got it in the format that we want. We want the genders here, it's female or male, and we want the heights here in this column here. We might want to put centimeters after our heights because that's the units we're using, and that will appear on our graphs. Okay, we now got to save this because this is the data that we're going to import into iNZight. So save as, and I'm just going to save it to my desktop so that I know where it is. You can save it anywhere you like. You can save it to your documents if you like, and I'm going to call it heights Year 11. So it's easy from somewhere easy for us to access. Now we're going to close that. We'll close that one and minimize that. And now what we're interested in is we're interested in iNZight. Now we're going to run iNZight. Takes a minute or so to load. You can access iNZight from the S drive under the statistics folder, and when you click on run, it takes, as I say, a few seconds to load, and what we'll get is we should get a window where we can import the data. There we go. Okay, we'll maximize that and go to file, import data, and we find the spreadsheet that we created. I call it height Year 11, and if you remember I saved it in my desktop, so there it is. Bring that in. Okay, and we've got our data there. So what we do is we drop gender into the first variable, and that actually tells us the distribution of the gender. So we've actually got more females than males, but it doesn't actually really matter. And then we drop the height into the second variable, and there you go. All it does is it creates our box plot and our dot plots, and it fits it all in very nicely for us. We can then, if we detach that plot from the window, so click on that, we can then, with this, we can either copy as a bitmap and paste it to our Google Doc, or we can save it as something and save it wherever we want. Probably just copying and pasting will be all that we need to do. The other thing that you need from here is if you click on Get Summary, what it does, it tells you all of the statistics that we need. So if you look along the top column, we've got the females, that's the minimum height, the first quartile, the median, also the mean, the third quartile, and the maximum value. It also tells us our sample size here. We've actually got 42 females and 28 males. That doesn't really matter, that's not important at all. So there you go. That's how we use iNZight, 1 to get our summary of statistics, and 2 to draw our box and dot plots.